Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife.
In today's video, we are doing something that we could not find anywhere online.
Now, we have done a few tag videos here on our channel, and we really love them. And tag videos are just where you answer a bunch of questions around a specific topic. And so a couple of days ago, we were saying, I wonder if there's a Disney cruise tag out there that we could do that's perfect for us. And so we looked and looked and looked. You guys, we cannot find a Disney cruise tag anywhere. So we made up 15 questions that we are going to answer about Disney Cruise Line in the very first ever Disney Cruise Line tag.
If you are new to our channel, my name is Sherry. This is my husband, Adam. We really love travel and adventure and Disney, and especially Disney Cruise.
So we'd love to have you join our journey. Hit that subscribe button down below for lots of fun Disney content, Disney Cruise content, and just positive, encouraging life content. Now, here are the 15 questions that we're going to answer.
Question number 1. What was your first Disney cruise?
Well, this is the same for both of us. A lot of these questions may be the same for both of us. Our first cruise was actually for our 10th anniversary. We went out of Port Canaveral. It was just a quick 3-night cruise to the Bahamas on the Disney Dream.
And we were hooked instantly.
One thing that's kind of fun is that we're actually doing the exact same itinerary on the exact same boat this October. So it's going to be fun to go back on the Dream. So we're looking forward to reliving our first cruise kind of all over again.
Yeah. Question number 2. How many Disney cruises have you been on? We have been on 3, and we have 2 more on the books ready to go.
Question number 3. Sherry, what is your favorite main dining restaurant on Disney Cruise Line? And for those of you who don't know, main dining are kind of the 3 main rotational dining restaurants that you go to. On board there are Paulo and Remy, which are like an additional fee, as well as Cabanas, which is the buffet restaurant, and lots of other food options. But for this question, we're talking about which of the 3 main dining restaurants is your favorite?
I think Tiana's Place on the Wonder.
Tiana's Place on the Wonder, definitely for me as well.
The food, the experience, the show, it's amazing.
It's such a perfect, I think experience is the right word, right? The food is really great, but just the whole, like, we always leave that evening so happy and smiling and having like sung along to songs, and so definitely Tiana's.
Number 4, favorite port.
This one is definitely going to be another one of those that we have the exact same answer.
Castaway Cay.
Definitely Castaway Cay. Castaway Cay to us, you guys, honestly is just perfection.
Yep.
It's Disney's private island in the Bahamas, and since we don't have kids, we go to Serenity Bay, which is like the adults only side of the island, and it is just beach chairs and hammocks and drinks.
Perfect
and
relaxation.
Barbecue and warm water and swimming, and oh my gosh, it's
stingrays.
Amazing. Yep, I got swim with stingrays last time, and so definitely Castaway Cay, favorite port for sure. Question number 5, Sherry, what is your dream Disney cruise itinerary?
We actually talked about this in one of our recent vlogs, and I think we have the same answer for this one as well. The Panama Canal cruise. Definitely.
For me, it's Panama Canal for sure. Closely behind would be the Transatlantic.
Yeah.
But the Panama Canal is like our dream Disney cruise.
Question number 6, what is your favorite Disney cruise souvenir?
For me, it is Christmas ornaments. You guys know, if you watch our vlogs, we try to collect ornaments from all of our travels, all of our adventures. And so I love going on cruises and bringing an ornament home, like the little ship. Right? Because that way when we're putting up our tree at Christmas time, we get to remember the cruise, the experience, just everything about it. So I like that souvenir because it lets us relive it at least once a year.
Agreed.
Question number 7. What is your favorite Disney cruise memory?
Well, there's a lot, but I think we got to spend our anniversary on the boat and our 10th anniversary, and we had like Castaway Cay that day and then Paulo dinner that night, and it was perfect way to spend your 10th anniversary.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. One of them is very similar to that. We got to spend Valentine's Day on Castaway Cay as well. And it was just like perfect lady, perfect location, perfect place, perfect day. Just everything about that was just like, I don't know, it was the ultimate Valentine's Day, so I loved that. Yeah. But probably like number 1 would be the first time we walked on board a Disney cruise ship was the Disney Dream. And just seeing Sherry's reaction to that. Like, we love Disney, we've been to the parks, we've experienced that. But this was a whole new Disney experience, and like just walking on the boat and all of the cast members like, you know, please welcome the Legg family, and everybody's clapping, and just like to watch Sherry light up, it was just, I will never forget that.
Question number 8, what is your favorite ship?
This one's a little bit tough because we've only sailed on 2 of them. We will have gone on 3 as of next February. We have been on the Dream and the Wonder. Both spectacular, by the way.
Yep.
We did make a video comparing the 2 of them, and I've got to say, I think it's probably the Wonder, only because it was a little bit smaller. I liked that. There were less people everywhere we went. It's one of the original ships. I don't know. I really like the Wonder. It also helps that it has like Tiana's place on it, which I just absolutely love. So probably the Wonder for me.
I think I agree. The Dream is gorgeous. I mean, it's a step above the Wonder in terms of like opulence and whatever, but the Wonder is a little bit smaller, it's a little more intimate, and I like it.
Question number 9. Where would you like to see Disney cruise that they do not currently go? So an area of the world that Disney does not sail to, where would you like to see that?
I think Hawaii.
That's a really good one. They have gone to Hawaii before, and there are some rumors that with the new ships that are going to be coming on board in a few years, that they may permanently position the Wonder on the West Coast to be able to do Hawaii cruises. Fingers crossed. So I love that answer. My answer is much more selfish. You know that Disney already cruises to Alaska, but they only cruise Southeast Alaska. I really want to see Disney expand their Alaska offerings so they come here to Anchorage and do some other parts of Alaska. So that's just selfish for me. I really want to see a Disney cruise ship coming up the inlet toward Anchorage. Like that.
Like docked in Anchorage, because I would see that every day on my way to work.
Yeah, I guarantee if Disney ends up coming to Anchorage, Disney, listen to me. If you end up coming to Anchorage, Sherry and I will be out there like with our Disney flags, waving at everybody with Mickey gloves every time the ship sails in. I know it's selfish, but that's the one I want to see.
Question number 10. What is your favorite onboard snack or treat?
This will come as no surprise to anybody who's watched our Disney cruise vlogs. For me, it's the soft serve ice cream station. That's my breakfast, that's my lunch, that's my dinner. I absolutely love that.
For me, I think that it is the milk and cookies that you can have delivered to your room right before bed. It's just perfect.
It's one of the best Disney pro tips, you guys. If you're going on a Disney cruise, right before you're getting ready to go to bed, call up room service and say you want milk and cookies and ask them to warm the cookies up.
Warm up those cookies.
It is so spectacular to have some warm cookies and milk and then tuck yourself in your Disney cruise bed. Yeah, that's a good answer. Question number 11. What is your favorite onboard activity on Disney Cruise Line?
I think my favorite is actually a non-activity. It's sitting by the pool and reading and just enjoying the sun, and it's just perfect.
So just relaxation. Good answer. My favorite onboard activity, for sure, is the sail away deck party because of one moment. Everyone's out on board, you're dancing, you're having fun, you've seen the characters, there's like all sorts of music playing, and then they count down from 10. And Mickey leads the countdown, and they get to 1, and that unbelievable Disney horn blast, and it's just like so iconic and so perfect. That is like, that might be my favorite like specific moment of every Disney cruise. I just love it so much.
Question number 12. What is your worst cruise experience?
Well, I am proud to say we don't have many of them. For me, it was probably on our very first cruise. We were really close to a hurricane. And one of our concerns, if you've watched our vlogs, you know we've talked about this. Sherry doesn't do well with seasickness, right? And so we were concerned that that could be an issue. And on the first night it was. And it was just like watching her having been so excited leading up to the cruise, so excited walking on the boat, and then like not even able to finish dinner that first night, having to go back to the room. And I basically spent the night like running between her and the soda machine, getting her Sprite, and just like trying to take care of her as best as I could. But like you can't stop the rocking, right?
Right.
And so that was probably my least favorite, was just watching how miserable you really were that first night.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. That was not a great experience. But that wasn't anything that Disney did, so we can't really like blame them. That was the weather. Mine is, we were, I think on our second cruise, we were right next to a maintenance room, which we did not know when we booked the cruise, and we are late sleepers, and it's like 7 a.m. They're in there like, I don't know, rebuilding the ship. I don't know what they were doing, but it was so loud, and we called like the customer service and we said, could we like get them to just to like nix it for just a little bit? And they were like, oh, we're so sorry, we'll call up there right away. And it stopped for probably 5 minutes, and then it started back up again, and we were just like, so that was not great.
Well, you know, I'm normally pretty strategic about where I book our rooms, right? And so I pay attention to that stuff. And I actually thought, oh, I thought kind of like with hotel rooms. Sometimes if you're between two rooms, that can be, it's like, great, now I get to hear people from both units. And so perfect, there's not another stateroom next to ours. This will be great. Well, I didn't know that that was a maintenance closet that was next to us. So lesson learned. I will say now when I book a room, I do call Disney and ask them, hey, if it's not between two staterooms, like what's next to us? You know, what is that room that might wake us up at 7 a.m.? Question number 13. What time of year do you like to cruise best?
Well, we have cruised in February, October, and April. And for me, I think February, just because at that time we're just kind of going stir crazy here in Alaska. Like we've seen nothing but snow for like 4 months and we're just over it. So I think that's kind of nice just to get out and get to like warm weather. Weather-wise, all the cruises have been about the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think leaving from Alaska, February is absolutely perfect. January, February, early March, perfect time to cruise for us. I will say in October is when we had the rocky hurricane-ish weather. Mm-hmm. So I'll be curious to see what our cruise is like this October that we're going on. But definitely February for me.
Question number 14. Do you prefer the front, middle, or back of the ship?
Well, as we talked about earlier, because of Sherry's like propensity for seasickness, we're pretty strategic about where on the ship we book our rooms. And so we do know that middle of the ship is going to normally be a little bit
smoother,
mm-hmm. than the rest of them. So I'd say either middle or back is where we normally end up. We haven't really had a bad experience though. Mm-hmm. We've always been on like deck 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So I would say middle or back, although we don't have a bad experience at the front of the ship to compare it to. It's just where we always end up.
Yeah.
And the final question, number 15. Sherry, Disney has announced that they have ordered 3 new cruise ships that are going to be joining the Disney cruise fleet. If you could name one of those ships, what would you name it?
Just to remind people who may not know, Disney's current 4 ships are the Magic, the Wonder, the Dream, and the Fantasy. Yep. I think they should...
We have not talked about this in advance, so I'm curious to hear what your answer is.
I think Believe would be a good one.
Oh, that's a great one! Mine, the Disney Imagination.
Ooh, that was another one.
Really?
Or Imagine. Yep.
Oh, Imagine. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like Believe.
Yeah,
okay,
Believe.
So Disney, just so you guys know, if you're watching this, if we could make that happen, that would be pretty wonderful.
Right. Naming rights.
That's exactly right. Hashtag LeggLife right across the ship. So fingers crossed. So here's what we would love to hear from you guys. In tag videos, the goal is to tag another YouTuber to do this. Well, we know that there are a lot of you out there who found us because of our Disney Cruise content and who also make Disney Cruise content of your own. So we're not going to tag one person to do this. We're going to tag all of you fellow Disney Cruise vloggers. We would love for you to do this Disney Cruise tag. All of the questions are down below, and we want to hear your answers to those. So if you do this tag, if you make a video and post on your channel, please leave the link down below so that we can go watch all of those. Mm-hmm. Super interested to hear your answers. And honestly, we were really surprised that a Disney Cruise tag did not exist.
Right.
So we are proud to make one.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and we will see you on the next LeggLife vlog.